Now, as you said, you're getting into your next call. I want to use the opportunity to welcome Professor Chidi Odinkalu, and you are now on mute. So, if you have any contribution to make, the floor is yours, Professor. I'm sorry for taking you on the spot.
Sorry. Good evening. Thank you for organizing this. Sorry, I just wanted to listen in and.
But I caught you then.
Because I'll be using the chat function.
Yeah.
No, this has been enlightening in many ways. But as I said in the chat, this is not a university seminar.
Yes.
And we've got to address our realities. And I listen to the data and all of that. It makes sense, but Nigeria is not a logical society. You understand? And so when I hear people talk about data, I laugh. Why do I laugh? Jesus. As necessary as it is, this is not the time to discuss it. Look, Lagos did enumeration of Lagos in 2009, under Tinubu, right?
Yes, 2006.
And they've shown we can do it. But why is this not the time to discuss it? I will explain to you. When you count people in Imo State or in Anambra State, in Abia State, most of our governors or governments are not going to be counting our people. They are going to be equilibrating to Borno State or Niger State. We don't count honestly because we think that if we deliver numbers that will potentially be less than what they would deliver in Borno State, we will get less money. So we shoot ourselves in the foot by not producing credible, honest numbers. So we have an underlying political economy that destroys all of the theorizing we are doing. So I want to try and be practical. If you go to Nnewi right now, as we speak, the Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital has closed its gates because the doctors are afraid of being lynched by people who have medical needs. And they're afraid of dying from exposure to people who potentially have contracted or have COVID-19. Those are our practical realities. You are in a situation in which Ochendo has returned to his village and is calling parties, and he says that
he's got malaria.
Ochendo Adazi, right? He says malaria. That his malaria was baptized to. Now, these are the practical realities we've got to deal with. A state in the Anambra is the most enlightened state in the southeast, and it is the state in which the state governor has exercised prerogatives to discharge an alleged or reported COVID-19 index patient. How do we address these existential realities of our context? The southeast is a landlocked territory. Prices have been driven up by uncoordinated responses. And we can't even get our southeast governors, 5 of them, to meet. Everyone is announcing different policies. In Ebonyi State, the governor says, flog anybody who is not wearing a face mask. This is the level at which we're operating, and we're talking about highfalutin stuff. I'd really want to suggest, can we bring this down to the level of the practicalities that engage us?
Okay, Prof, now you've hit the nail, the level of practicality that engage us. Prof, can you now please, because at the end of the day, we've started this conversation, we want to end this conversation with suggestions that we can work with. Now,
we have universities in the southeast, we have assets. We have huge human assets. Can I suggest we concentrate on identifying our assets?
Okay.
Can we say our universities we have virology departments in the southeast. Can we have those people, the universities, assembled for some sensible response? So scientific advice for our governors. Can the governors be made to agree to that? Number one. Number two, we've got transport and logistics capabilities. It's not just GIG, it's the lot of them. Can we, if we're talking about reopening without infecting our people, we are going to have to establish mechanisms for doing that. One possibility is introducing manifests for all road trips and mechanisms for governing that. Can we get road transport owners in a conversation with our governments as to how to begin to document? So instead of doing data prospectively, can we do data situationally? And work with the asset basis, organized asset basis we have to begin to create channels for management, so that instead of shutting down our entire government, our entire economy, we create channels and mechanisms of management. These are just two illustrations. I could go into other areas.
Thank you very much. I mean, that is very well taken. Now, I